Hi, I'm here today with Mark Taylor. We're talking about international cannabis law and regulation. Mark's been researching this area for a number of years. Mark, thinking about tools that are available for practitioners, why do they need them and what's available?
Well, there's a number of emerging trends in the cannabis space that only really materialise when you look at everything as a whole. And when I was researching the book and writing the chapters, I found that there wasn't actually a central repository where I could pull all this information together, which is pretty much why I started writing it, to help lawyers who are perhaps have businesses in areas of the world where cannabis is starting to become a very popular, a popular business model. So I think that there's certain areas of European law that we can look at what's happening in areas where cannabis is a little bit more advanced, like North America, Latin America, and look at some of the issues that have shaken out there over the last 10 years because they're probably going to make their way over. So things like intellectual property, patents, trademarks, it's going to be very, very busy area for law firms. So the whole point of the book really was to start pulling this together and to give practitioners a bit of insight into what is coming around the bend. So how did I then look at what was happening in Canada and the US to give them a look at what was coming around the bend? Well, I tried to go from the top down and to look at the international treaties and to interview some of the regulators who were involved in setting the policy right at the top. So these are people at UN level who are responsible for the categorization of cannabis as a illicit substance, and to get a feel from them in terms of how long they think it's going to be before things start to change and we could see change to an international treaty. I think it's important. Another example is Germany. It's the biggest market in Europe, and it's considered to be a bigger market, a medicinal market in Germany, bigger than Canada's recreational and medicinal combined. So lots of activity around there. Everyone wants to go into Germany, but I think it's important to understand everything that's going on around it as well. And that's hopefully what the book does. It gives you a picture of all of the moving parts just in Europe, but Oceania, where New Zealand has an in-out referendum later this year. They're going to go to the polls to ask people whether they think it should be illegal to smoke cannabis or not. That could have an enormous impact on other areas, neighbouring areas, because then how do you get cannabis into the country? So you have to start thinking about logistics and supply chain. Same thing is happening in Europe, where Brussels is starting to lay down a framework which will be adopted by every member state as a baseline for medicinal cannabis. But then every country has its own healthcare regime. Some drugs are covered by insurance, others aren't. How is that going to play out? I think just by having an idea of the whole will give firms the edge. There's a lot of optimism around cannabis right now. You're seeing it everywhere. It's all over the media. It's a very exciting time, but there's an awful lot of risk involved in the sector as well. There's a lot of risk floating around, and I think it's just important that lawyers have to be on the ball.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.